Here's part 2 of our 4-car shootout. To see part 1, click the link above. Nissan's second-generation Juke has now been with us for 4 years, meaning it's mid-life refresh time. The current model was already a huge step forward over the original, and with extensive interior changes for 2024, it makes the Juke even more competitive against the Ford and VW T-Roc. With the look of an attentive puppy, the Juke is arguably the most distinctive car here. We love the design treatment for its rear boot, although the front end is showing its age slightly. In the US, the all-new Nissan Kicks shows how the company's styling is developing, and we prefer that. Nevertheless, the European Juke is still a quirky yet stylish small SUV. So why buy one over the Puma or T-Roc? Well, firstly, it has the choice of either a full hybrid option or a smaller 3-cylinder 1-liter engine. VW doesn't have even a mild hybrid T-Roc on sale, and while Ford's Puma has an all-electric version arriving this year, for now it does with mild hybrid EcoBoost technology instead.
They call me mellow yellow, quite brightly.
So, what changes are there in the Juke's cabin? Firstly, the central infotainment screen is now 12.3 inches, with the digital TFT driver's display upgraded to the same width on N-Connecta models upwards. The central air vents have also been redesigned, along with improvements to the steering wheel, with all models now featuring an electric handbrake too. The Juke certainly shows more design flair inside, and we prefer it to both the T-Roc and Yaris Cross. However, its rear accommodation is tight. 3 adults is not doable back there, especially where headroom is concerned. The good news is that the Juke drives how it looks. Steering is progressive and light, and its suspension setup is well balanced, though it leans more in corners than Ford's Puma. We also prefer the one-pedal driving of Nissan's e-pedal setup in town, which is mated to a larger 1.6 engine. The Juke has always been a Marmite car. You either love it or hate it. So how does it score? We're putting it second, on equal points with the T-Roc.
I did not see that coming!
Nissan should be applauded for giving it real personality. Just, maybe not in yellow. Get the hybrid unless you need the boot space. And choose the Juke over the T-Roc if your heart rules your head. The VW has far better rear accommodation and is more accomplished in general, but the Juke is far more interesting. The Ford still leads though. So let's see how the Toyota fares. Introduced in 2021, the Yaris Cross is the youngest car here. Nevertheless, Toyota announced changes to its range in November 2023, introducing a new hybrid engine choice with 130 bhp instead of the previous 115 brake. That, coupled with a new 12.3-inch driver's display on higher trims, along with a 10.5-inch multimedia touchscreen, brings it more into line with its competitors. So if you're intent on getting a full hybrid with great fuel efficiency, then it's game over already and the Toyota wins. Or does it? For a start, there's its looks, which at the front seem to be an evolution of the old Toyota IQ, and not in a good way. The company has produced some amazing looking vehicles of late. We love the new CHR, the stylish new Prius, and even the kinda cool BZ4X, but not the Yaris Cross. Okay, so looks are subjective, but what about the interior? Even with these latest updates, the cabin of the Toyota is the worst here. We like the switchgear for the HVAC controls, and there's nothing wrong with its driving position. But the dashboard design lacks soul, and really feels lackluster against all 3 competitors. Would we rather jump into a Juke or a Yaris Cross? Clue, it's not the latter. In terms of the way the Toyota drives, it's fine. The steering is light, precise, and surprisingly good fun out of town, but the engine, mated to its electric motor, gets coarse when revved out. The Toyota suspension setup is also less impressive on B roads than its opposition, although you can get an all-wheel drive version. The only downside being the already sub-400-liter boot gets smaller still. Rear accommodation is a mixed bag. For taller adults, headroom is okay, but they'll struggle for knee room. Again, the quality feel found in both the Juke and T-Roc is missing here. It's all rather plain, functional, and devoid of character. Our advice? If you can step up to a Corolla Cross, even if that means taking a lower spec, it's a far better vehicle than the Yaris, which, although worthy and will no doubt prove reliable, comes last in this shootout. So, on to our results and summary, but before we do, a quick word about YouTube's algorithm. YouTube favors videos which are liked and where comments are added.
It's a tough racket.
As a creator, it would really help if you took a second to do either or both, especially if you liked this shootout. Also, subscribing helps us immensely. I really appreciate it. Now on to the scores. If efficiency and reliability are key to your buying decision, then Toyota's offering would be in first. The Yaris Cross also handles keenly and is competent in all other areas. However, for us, its blandness is its downfall here. A lack of personality and flair places it fourth. Perhaps surprisingly, the T-Roc is third. Chief failing are its powertrain options. With not even a mild hybrid available, it falls behind its competitors, although the all-new model in 2025 will change that. Otherwise, it's supremely competent and a great all-rounder. In second, the Juke. It's clear Nissan tried to put out all the stops. Fun to drive, fun to spend time with. The Juke may be a divisive choice, but with a full hybrid option and the e-pedal system from the all-electric Leaf, urban driving is a breeze. And so, the Ford Puma takes the win. With an upgraded cabin, it stays ahead of the pack thanks to superior driving dynamics. If driving pleasure is all important, the Ford again proves that the Blue Oval's chassis engineers are masters of the game. Fiesta DNA also means the Ford is practical, as well as being a good looker. Do you agree with our verdict? Subscribe and leave your comments now, and thanks for watching.